being a fan of something is a good thing. It's a good thing to do. It's been a thing that has existed for millennia. Like, you can be a fan of fucking anything. I'm a fan of the iPhone. I'm a fan of my slippers I got on. I'm not showing you my feet because some people are a fan of that. That's cool. That's not me. But you can be a fan of anything. Like, you can be a fan of video games, GTA, Minecraft. You could be a fan of movies, Disney, Star Wars, Harry Potter, you know, pop culture, general pop culture. Being a fan of things like that it's a good thing. But I think over the past 15 years, the transition from like things like TV and movies, we've transitioned into like social media and YouTube, and like this idea that anyone can create content, and a lot of people watching it. We start to develop these stans, which is like a very hyper fan. That's not where the name comes from, though. The name comes from the song Stan, Eminem, about a guy who writes Eminem letters and kills himself because Eminem doesn't respond in time. Typically, like most of the times you see stans on like a lot of the time Twitter, but also on other websites. On Twitter, it's generally very toxic and not very nice, and they 100% support this person, this content creator, this musician, whatever it is. Sometimes it shows as well. They just like, they refuse to take any criticism when they're in the wrong, which happens a lot. Like, humans make mistakes. Like, you know, I'm just gonna show this, and then I'm gonna go back. Blindly following someone, regardless of what content they produce, it's very one-sided, and it creates this parasocial relationship, which is just a one-sided relationship through people interacting with different types of media, whether that be TV shows, movies, and we see it a lot more with YouTubers, because YouTubers are a bit more personal. Like, they're typically one person telling stories and stuff. Like this guy I watch. He's a Twitch streamer, he's a YouTuber, one and the same. And he tells stories, he creates like gaming content, and it's quite personal. So like, I feel like I know a bit of him. But I'm a viewer, he's the guy creating it. He knows nothing about me. It's a parasocial relationship. I think right now it's healthy, but I think there's a really good chance, and it happens all the time, where it goes a step further, whatever it is, and sometimes it gets super dangerous, and sometimes your house can be set alight. And we see that happening a lot, and it's very dangerous. And I think it's just something everyone needs to be aware of and be careful with, especially YouTube and Twitch and like social media, that type of content. You need to be aware of the amount you're consuming and what harm it can cause.